What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Had another just slate of unfortunate misses, man, and it's really hard to sit here. And you guys know I always own up to my losses and stuff. When we do lose and then when we win, I talk about it as well. But we had some just crazy close losses, especially in these promos that PrizePicks have been sending out, and it hasn't been the first time in the past couple of days. I've talked about this Max Holloway one not hitting for us. Cooper Flag again misses by 0.5 points. We actually had another one right here on Better with Jaylen Brown, and this time Jaylen Brown gets ejected from the game in the middle of the second quarter, so he definitely would have hit here. He was playing a very good game so far that game, and then he gets ejected, and he pretty much just needed to go over to go ahead and hit that discount for us. So we would have hit another better entry. It would have been our second. We would have been 2 out of 2 in the past couple days. I've been sending out the better entries when I do take them. Cooper Flag also, I talked about this one, but it's super close. Not a very good entry by PrizePicks to give out for a taco. They also sent out Anthony Edwards. Again, I don't know if this Adam guy is going to hit or not. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But another one with Anthony Edwards, just a really bad line, really bad taco. The only one that does hit is Kevin Durant. And then I have this XNID guy to go under 28 kills in Call of Duty. I'm going to be talking about Call of Duty today. Going to be talking about Counter-Strike as well, and the NBA, where I do have some 2 NBA picks. One's going to be on ONYX and one's going to be on PrizePicks. But yeah, we have this one. I hope you guys maybe took Kevin Durant with these two guys in Valorant. Really simple entry with these guys in Valorant. They go over 55.5 kills and they get 65. And then we do have this setup going on right now. This guy right now is at 0 kills. They just finished their first match. 0 kills, and I believe this guy's at 5 kills, okay? So as long as this guy gets under 7 kills, we should be in good shape to potentially hit this for, I think it would be probably like a 4.5x. But I really wish that this guy played. You see that he did not participate. I don't know what happens when these guys don't participate in eSport games. I don't know whether they just have something come up or something, but this guy for sure would have went over if he did play, because you'll see that this guy got 51 kills. The second map in this game went into 5 overtimes. Okay, it might have went into 6 overtimes, but it went into 5 or 6 overtimes in this game, which is obviously a very, very long game whenever you go into 5 overtimes, and that's going to mean everyone's going to go over. In the second map alone, this guy got 40 kills. Okay, this key guy got 40 kills because it was such a long game, and that's what's going to happen in Counter-Strike. That's why I take guys over, under together. And then very small down here, we did take Suns money line, and once again we hit that right there with another straight bet hit for us on this channel. I have everything compiled right here. It's getting crazy because all of the wins we've had and everything that I've kept track of over the past 2 weeks. But here's all the straight bets that I've given out right here on this channel over the past 2 weeks, and we are 11-2 over the past 2 weeks. All right, guys. So it really doesn't get any better than that. Now, one thing I do want to note is that these are not minus 500 overdogs. These are not teams that are for sure going to win, or taking SGA over like 22 points or something like that. Like, these are 50-50 a lot of the times. These are minus 105, minus 114, minus or plus 107, minus 135. So, these are plays that are pretty much 50-50 odds, where a lot of the times we're getting a 2x our money, sometimes even a 3x our money with some plays over here on REBET. And, the only plays that we have missed over the past 2 weeks was Warriors money line, which was a close one. This was earlier this month, and then then Jazz money line, which Jazz money line was a long shot play. Okay, which I when I talked about this play, I said that there was probably a less than 25% chance that Jazz were going to win anyway. They were heavy underdogs in this game. They do go ahead and lose, and this was literally one of the only plays that lost in the past 2 weeks. All right, we've just been absolutely dominating on the straight bets. If you don't know what a straight bet is, guys, it's pretty much just not a parlay. It's taking a money line, a spread a lot of the times, an over under. But sometimes we take player props, right? We took Chet's player prop here. We took an NHL guy's player prop. We took Nick Claxton. We took LaMelo Ball over the past couple of weeks, and been doing extremely well on the straight bets. So hopefully you guys have been tailing that. Of course, I'm going to have another straight bet in today's video, along with a couple of PrizePicks plays and underdog plays. If you guys do not know, I track absolutely everything on this channel. Here's the PrizePicks and underdog Here's the PrizePicks and underdog tracking so far. We're up about 40 units so far this year. Is it the best thing ever? No, but we are still very profitable, up 40 units. I can't complain about being profitable, of course. If you guys don't know, probably 98% of sports bettors long-term are going to to be losing sports bettors. That is not the case here. Over the past 2 years, 28 months, whatever you want to say, we have profited 24 out of 28 months. So we are 24-4 pretty much is our track record. 24 of those months being profitable, only 4 of those months being unprofitable. Again, I talk about this stuff every day, but even if you're the best bettor in the world, you're still going to have some runs where you don't do so well. And, that's what happens in some of those 4 months, of course. I'm not expected to win every single month, but that is obviously a very good track record if you're winning 24 out of those 4 months and 3 out of 24 of these months. So 3 months out of these 24, we have had 100 unit months. And the 100 unit months, guys, I can't explain the importance of these. And these are kind of months that happen that are just they're really just hard to explain, right? The type of runs we go on. And it's pretty much, to have a 100 unit month, you pretty much have to be winning almost every single day. And, that happened just a couple of times. Namely, I think the last 100 unit month we had was last November, I believe. It was right around here, if I can find it. Yeah, right around here was a 100 unit month, I believe. But we just go on incredible runs sometimes as well. And you guys see the track record, you guys see the graph, and you can really build your bankroll just following all my bets. And that's kind of my main goal of this channel, is to help you guys win long term and kind of get out of that 98% that most people are in and join that 1 to 2% that you can actually profit long term sports betting on. And again, I do want to also highlight the straight bets. We're up about 30 units. It's probably like 31 units now. Really good record so far this year. 22% ROI. You really cannot get better than this on the straight bets. We are hitting at a 65% average. Actually, it might even be more than that. I didn't do the math, but we're hitting 65% of the time. And again, it's not like I'm playing crazy overdogs, like I'm playing minus 500 picks or something. All these picks are very even odds and stuff, and we've just been doing really well, which has been a great surprise so far this year, is these straight bets just doing as well as they really have. I knew I could profit on the straight bets, but I didn't know how good it could be. In today's video, I do have 3 bets. I have one on ONYX, I have one on Underdog, and then I have one on Prize Picks. And throughout the day, throughout while I talk about these bets, I'm going to talk about different apps you guys can sign up for to get into my VIP, whether that be for a month free or 2 months free of the VIP. Again, I just showed you guys that we're 24-4 so far of all time. And some of these months we've gone up more than 100 units. We're profitable, so far this year, and you guys can really start building your bankroll, especially on different apps that I talk about, like when I get to Underdog and stuff. But first app of the day is going to be one of the apps I take straight bets on. It's going to be ONYX Odds. So this is that app that we've been very crushing. We've been crushing ONYX and on REBET, and my bankroll's been showing it. Here's yesterday's play, by the way, so don't take that because the game's already over. We hit it. But on REBET and on ONYX, you guys can take the straight bets. And the straight bet today is just going to be Russell Westbrook. Russell Wilson is the wrong sport, but Russell Westbrook to go under 16.5 points in tonight's game, Hornets versus Kings. All right, I actually do like this on Prize Picks also, but I'm just going to take it as a straight bet. But yeah, if you want to take this on Prize Picks and pair it up with something else, you can do that. But the straight bet of the day is going to be Russ to go under 16.5 points. Again, I just think it's simply too high, and we're getting pretty much double our money for this, right? It's 30 to win 54, so it's not quite double our money, but pretty close to it. And yeah, him to get 17, 18 points is just higher than I would think he would get for a double up your money type of value right there. So that is going to be the play of the day on the straight bets. Again, I highly recommend you guys either have ONYX or REBET, especially if you're in the VIP, because that is how you're going to take advantage of the straight bets that I send out. When I send out the straight bets, it's just a link you click. You click that and you can go ahead and sign up for, ONYX or REBET and stuff. And with ONYX Odds, guys, today, if you spend $10, you get a free $100 in free picks, right? So who doesn't like a free $100? I know I would like a free $100. I already claimed this promo, obviously, multiple months ago. But one of the best promos, if not the best promo in all of sports betting right now, is on ONYX Odds, a free $100 in free picks. Absolutely incredible, guys. It takes probably 5 minutes to sign up, if that. And all of these states in the purple right here is where ONYX Odds is available, okay? So that's going to be the first pick of the day. Second pick of the day is going to be on Underdog Fantasy. Now with Underdog, I love taking eSports props because they have very soft eSports lines. They actually have way softer lines than Prize Picks does. And it's just because I think Underdog, they're just not used to people playing serious money on their esports lines, right? So you can get a ton of value on esports. And also, I've talked about this quite a lot, but one of the main things with Underdog is they have better payouts than Prize Picks right now. This only happened a couple of days ago. On the 20th of February, they changed their payouts permanently from 3x to 3.5x on two-man picks. Okay, so if you guys know about Prize Picks, if you guys know about Underdog, if you guys know about two-man props, on Prize Picks these only pay out 3x, but right now on Underdog, actually permanently it says you're going to get a 3.5x, which is extremely important. On top of that, to my VIP members mostly, I send out a friend boost. So every play that I send out, if you're the first 10 people to tail the entry, which that might sound crazy, like how am I going to be the first 10 people, but I would say if you tail it within 5 minutes of me sending it out, you have a pretty good chance of being within that first 10 people. If you are one of the first 10 people to tail my bet, then you will get an additional 30% on top of that. So a lot of times these will turn into a 4.25x just by getting early to the line and tailing the bet, right? And that's not like that's something crazy, right? Because I send the picks to your phone. So if you're on your phone, I send out the bet, you click the bet, you tail the bet, you're able to get a 30% profit boost on top of that. Now, I want to be clear, this is just kind of a cherry on top. You don't need these friend boosts or anything like that. It's not like, it's mandatory to get the friend boost. If you don't have the friend boost, don't take the entry. But it's a cherry on top. Of course, we're going to like to get additional payout for our entries if they do hit. But yeah, this is going to be the play of the day, guys. I don't have much to say about it. If you guys want me to go deeper into some of these entries and why I'm taking some of these entries, I can definitely do that. It just seems like, these videos get kind of long how they are. Me talking through like 6 picks a lot of times would be, I think, a little bit overkill, but you guys just got to trust me. You guys see the track record and all that, and I do think I'm one of the best esports bettors there is, at least on YouTube. Maybe one of the only ones, but of course, been doing extremely well on esports over the past 2 years, and we're going to take this last guy to go under kills, and we're going to take Forsaken to go under kills as well. Both of their lines are at 31.5. Nothing like crazy about that. It's just both of these guys' lines were at 31.5, and I liked their unders looking at the data and the statistics and the research that I went through for these plays here. So that's going to be the pick on Underdog Fantasy. Again, with Underdog, guys, just similar to ONYX. If you don't have Underdog, text me Underdog to my number. My number right here. Save it in your phone. Type it in right now. If you're watching this video on your phone or whatever, just swipe up and start typing my number in and text me, guys. I want to get you guys in. I want to help you guys win long term, and I can get you an app to sign up for to make that a reality. So here's my number. Text me Underdog, text me ONYX. Another one that I'm doing is Novig, as well as with Sleeper, okay? And with Sleeper, it's probably the best way to get into the VIP if you want just like a bar none best way. Number one way to like make free money would be ONYX. I mean, I can't match a free $100 they're giving you. But the number one best way to get in 2 months free with Sleeper, completely risk-free, is just signing up for Sleeper. Again, this probably takes 3 minutes. It has one of the cleanest ways to get in, which is Sleeper. And then you deposit $10, and then I'm Venmoing and Cash Apping the people back who sign up for Sleeper and put in $10, all right? So you're putting in $10, I'm paying you that $10 back, so it's going to be zero for you, right? It cancels out, and then you will go ahead and get Sleeper. You'll get 2 free months of the VIP, and it's just a win-win for everyone. And of course, that supports me and gets you 2 months free of the VIP, where you guys will go ahead and cash long-term, of course. So here's going to be a play on Prize Picks, guys, and it's going to be Jokic to go under 12.5 rebounds. This is kind of a scary pick just because Jokic is so good. But Houston is very good against rebounds. Okay, they're a very good rebounding team. They're very good at limiting great players at getting rebounds. So I'm taking Jokic to go under 12.5. There is a very high chance that he ends up getting 12. Okay, so at the end of the day, it is Jokic. He's probably going to get about 11 or 12 rebounds. So that's why I would highly recommend taking this at 12.5. If it's not at 12.5 on Prize Picks, then maybe try to take it on Underdog, or try to take it on Sleeper or Chalkboard, right? Take it on some other app that you can know that you can get it at 12.5. But again, hopefully this does not bump, at least in the next couple of hours. And again, I'm taking Jokic under 12.5 rebounds, and then I'm following that up with a Call of Duty play that's happening actually Friday afternoon, so we got to wait a little bit for this, but this is an extremely amazing play right here. And sometimes the best plays you have to wait a little bit for. 2 days in sports betting is absolutely nothing, right? I bet on things that have been months out before. 2 days, we're going to wait for a pick to happen. And I would not be surprised if this bumps to 164 by the time that the game starts. Okay, so this is at 167 right now. I'm taking Celium, Kesmat, and Pred to go under their kills together. It's similar to Counter-Strike and Valorant, guys, and League of Legends even. When you don't do very well in a Call of Duty game, most of your team is going to go under kills because, you know, you're getting dominated by the opponent. The opponent is the one winning the game, so you're not going to get many kills. So all three of these guys are probably going to underperform if their team does end up losing, okay? So this is going to be the play on Prize Picks, the play on Underdog, of course, and the play on ONYX. All right, guys. So I'm going to put in the title of this video that we're on 11-2 run because we are on the straight bets. We're on a really, really good run so far in the past 2 weeks on this channel, just straight up. We've hit a lot of Prize Picks plays. We've gotten close, of course, with like these plays right here with Cooper Flag and such. And yeah, ultimately, guys, we've been doing very, very solidly, especially on this channel. And then on the VIP, things like the straight bets, of course, and of course, Underdog Fantasy, we've been absolutely crushing it. Probably like doubling or tripling our bankroll over the past couple of weeks. So leave a comment down below if that's the case for you. I really appreciate when you guys have comments because it just shows people I'm legit. It shows people that I'm not coming on here and just like lying to everyone every single day, right? I don't know how I'd be able to do that, but you guys know that, you know, I keep it transparent, I keep it real, and that's all I can really ask for. So appreciate you guys out there supporting me, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.